Hello, my name is Eric Friend. I'm a student with Grand Canyon University. This is my CYB 505 Cyber Warfare and Applications class. And today I will be discussing data in transit, data in motion, and data at rest. Data in transit or data in motion is data that's actively moving from one location to another, such as across the internet or through a private network. Data protection in transit is the protection of this data while it's traveling from network to network or being transferred from a local storage device to a cloud storage device. Whenever data is moving, effective data protection measures for in-transit data are critical, as data is often considered less secure while in motion. Data at rest is data that is not actively moving from device to device or network to network, such as data stored on a hard drive, laptop, flash drive, or archive stored in some other way. Data protection at rest aims to secure inactive data stored on any device or network. While data at rest is sometimes considered to be less vulnerable than data in transit, attackers often find data at rest a more valuable target than data in motion. The risk profile for data in transit or data at rest depends on the security measures that are in place to secure data in either state. Protecting sensitive data both in transit and at rest is imperative because attackers can find different ways to compromise your systems and steal your data. Data can be exposed to risk both in transit and at rest and requires protection in both states. As such, there are multiple approaches to protecting data in transit and at rest. Encryption plays a major role in data protection and is a popular tool for securing data both in transit and at rest. For protecting data in transit, you can choose to encrypt sensitive data prior to moving or using encrypted connections such as HTTPS, SSL, TLS, FTPS, etc. to protect the contents of data in its transit. For protecting data at rest, you simply can encrypt sensitive files prior to storing them and choosing to encrypt the storage drive itself. Unprotected data, whether in transit or at rest, leaves you vulnerable to attack, but there are effective security measures that offer better data protection across endpoints and networks to protect data in both states. As I stated earlier, one of the most effective data protection methods for both data in transit and data at rest is data encryption. In addition to encryption, best security practice that can give you better protection for data in transit can include, you can implement network security controls to help protect data in transit. Network security solutions like firewalls and network access controls will help secure the networks used to transmit data against malware attacks or intrusion. Don't rely on reactive security to protect your vulnerable data. Instead, use proactive security measures that identify at-risk data and implement effective data protection for data in transit and at rest. Choose data protection solutions with policies that enable user prompting, blocking, or automatic encryption for sensitive data that's in transit, such as when files are attached to an email, message, or are moved to cloud storage, removable drives, or transferred elsewhere. You can create policies for categorizing and classifying all data, no matter where it's located, in order to ensure that the appropriate data protection measures are applied while data remains at rest and triggered when data classified as at risk is accessed, used, or transferred. While data in transit and data at rest may have slightly different risk profiles, the inherent risk hinges primarily on the sensitivity and value of your data. Attackers will attempt to gain access to valuable data, whether it's in motion, at rest, or actively in use, depending on which state is easiest to breach. That's why a proactive approach, including classifying and categorizing data coupled with content user and context-aware security protocols, is the safest and most effective way to protect your most sensitive data in every state.